Hello and welcome to this short tutorial on how to use this Tabletop Simulator to play a Magic the Gathering Commander. As you can see, I've got this wonderful table here, very nice. The link for it is in the description down below. So, first of all, I'll come over here and show you the most important thing, that is of course the cannon, but we'll come to that later. The second most important thing is the deck importer, because you need a deck to play Commander, right? So, for that, bish bash bosh, we go to Tapped Out. Popular place for Magic the Gathering decks. You can make your own deck here, and I suggest you really do, rather than finding someone else's deck, net decking, etc. Because you'll know the deck, you'll know the cards, and that's important to speed up the game. If everyone's playing with cards they don't recognise their friends' cards, it's going to take a little while to get back into the game. So it's good to import your own one. It takes about maybe 5-10 minutes, but you put on your TV show and you'll get through it in no time. So, obviously, we can now get any deck we like. We could shove in all the best cards, but try and not make it a super competitive deck. And I mean top level Commander with all the best cards, because those decks generally looking to win by turn 2, 3, 4. And although I'd love to play with decks like that, we should start off by trying to, limit ourselves and find some sort of good, 4 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 8 out of 10 decks, to try and get a nice feel so at about the same level. And that way, if someone is using sort of something that's slightly abusive and we recognise that, we could just hammer them into the ground like a fucking tent peg. Price isn't really a good indicator, of course, but especially now we can put things like this in. Look at this, a volcanic island. I mean, it's pretty much as good as any other dual land, but it's a lot more expensive. So yeah, price doesn't matter that much. Anyway, here's a deck I like the look of, Doran. So I'll copy paste that with a bit of the old Control C there, and then come over here to Tabletop Simulator, make it nice and big. Bit of Control V. Oh my god, did I press Control C on? Oh my god, this is a fucking disaster. Jesus fucking Control. Let's just go for our old safety, copy. You can never go wrong with copy, can you? Yeah, you managed to do it. So when we do this, we'll hit load deck, and it'll say fetching deck list off Taps Out. It'll have a little think to itself. And querying Skyfall. This takes a little while, so it's good once we've got our deck to save it. And here we go. And look, as you can see, we've got the main deck. And what do we have here? A soldier. Yes, it's tokens. It realises what tokens your deck needs and gives them to you. Unfortunately, on Tapped Out, you can, I think, use a few other websites, but for Tapped Out, it tends to not give you the commander, which is a bit annoying, but it's something we can solve. Ooh, what happened there as I flip everything? Bish bash bosh. For the tokens, well, the deck goes here, of course. We've got our library, got our graveyard, and our exile zone. As for tokens, we kind of just need them out the way. I'd suggest just maybe whacking them in the drawer. Some decks might have like a dozen tokens or more. So, let's find Doran, shall we? A simple search. Bish bash bosh. There he is. Okay, so you're probably noticing these strange things. Things? We call them things? Yeah, these strange menus and whatnots. Look a bit ugly, but after a while you really don't see them. So let's look at this one. Oh, +1/+1 counters. So that's handy. Just tick it up, tick it down, or if you want to edit this, we can do that as well. That's not a problem. Just a tick to open those, close them and whatnot. And there's also these toolbars we can open up for loads of different things. I don't know, we can make it blue, for instance, and we'll give a little tag up there, or phase it out, give it status effects, all sorts of interesting things like that. What is this? Oh, not that. For Planeswalkers, you want to keep tab there. That's a handy one there. These three all very handy. Over here's something important. If we card import, we've got Wallings. We can respawn the card if it's broken. Printings is my little guilty pleasure at the moment. Look at this. Ooh, wow, it's giving us a weird card back there, but that's fine. It's just the commander. Look at that. I could find this printing. So screw that and screw that. Sexy Doran. So at this point, maybe just grab the deck and probably grab the tokens out as well. We'll select all of those with the tokens. And then we'll go save objects. And we'll put them in maybe another root folder. That can be handy. And then you won't need to go through the bother of getting your commander out the deck, getting your tokens, lining them all up, running them through this thing. Because if everyone wants to use this, it's going to turn to a clusterfuck. I suggest when you're joining, make sure down here that no one's searching for a deck currently. So once we've got the deck all selected, and we can put them in the command zone. Look at this. For 2 commanders, of course, in case we're using partner mechanic. And it will say, Doran the Siege Tower has entered. And we've also got the tax here, for every time you recast your commander. Little life bar. And, okay, I can't wait anymore. Pick up to start. When we pick it up, it will assign a colour to every side, depending on how many people are playing of what colour. So far, it's just me on my own. We pop that into the cannon, and this is how every game starts. Oh my fucking god, it's my turn! Oh yeah. So, this is handy. Mulligan. Left click for friendly, meaning you get the full 7 cards back. Or right click for unfriendly. What I've been seeing other people do on Tabletop Simulator is say mulligan until you're happy, don't abuse. Which I think is pretty damn self-explanatory. So for instance, Bish Bash Bosh gives it a shuffle, gives us our deck. H, so make sure you can see the cards. Okay, well this is looks like a playable hand, but obviously sometimes you need to go through it 3 or 4 times just to get a couple of fucking lands, so don't feel bad if you do. We practically all approach a bloody 40 at this point, so no one's going to be abusing it to get their special cards. As you notice, you throw them down, you can kind of throw them hicklety-picklety on top of each other, but also... Well, it's not doing it terribly well now, what the fuck. There we go. They do match up quite nicely. And as long as you've got up here, turn to a 90-degree rotation, we can use E and Q to rotate the cards 90 degrees and unrotate them and whatnot. Which is all very nice. And I do ask people that do it by 90 degrees because we're not fucking animals. When you've got your untap phase, you've got this nice button here to just untap everything. Very nice. And we can also draw. And if we need to draw 3, we can right click. We get 3 cards. What a wonderful futuristic world we live in. That right click works for all of these. Let's look at Scry, for instance. This is very interesting. So this will let us scry. It will take these cards hidden from other players and not put them in our hand. So people know we're not cheating. It's very easy to do. We can, from here, move them to the graveyard, move them to the top of the library, the bottom of the library. So we get all the nice scrying options. Other than that, I don't know what more there is to say, really. Oh, yes, I could certainly show you the tools, couldn't I? Yeah, let's show you some tools. There are some helpful tools. Obviously, the life counter, blah-de-blah-de-blah. Over here, there are some good ones. Back in the day, with a lot of the group I'm playing with now... can I have one of these? Thank you. One of these. Yeah, I'll show you these first. We didn't used to play with commander damage, which was a massive mistake. Commander damage is good, which I'm not going to get into. For this, let's say I attack white with my commander, did him 5 damage. Bish, bash, bosh. I tend to like keeping track of how much damage I have done to other players. Because it's easier for the person that's dishing out the damage to do it and remember. Over here we have a white mana counter. If anyone's comboing off and adding like 10 whites to their mana pool and a couple of blue to their mana pool. Handy tools. Other ones we have here. What do we have? Poison counters, experience counters, energy counters. We've got a +1/+1 counter here. This could be interesting for tribal decks. If they're given all of their elves +3/+3, it might be easier to just put this down and say, okay, all of my elves, my angels, my goblins or whatever, they're just getting the flat +3/+3. Though some of them give them to other creatures, so it's always a nightmare how to control some of these things in the game. Nice little loyalty thing there. As well as the monarch. Can you actually get this awesome crown when you're the monarch? The city blessing. This thing, I really don't know what this is, but I'll show you what it does. We pull it in, we get our card back, and we get this cool thing. I have no idea. We got some dice over here. Ah, this is important. The game doesn't know when you're playing or not, when you're dead. So there you can. I think there's a button in the turn. That'd be the one. The game doesn't know when someone's dead or out of the game, because you can go to 0 health and still be alive in Magic. So what we need then is we put down the turn skipper, and that'll skip us out of the turn rotation. Pretty handy. The last thing is this. Did you pay the 1? It's for rustic study and such effects as that. And if you click it, it will say in your colour, did you pay the 1? Did you pay the 2? And it's actually handy because on Discord people are talking, okay, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And that player who has the rustic study always has to go, did you have the 1? Do you have the... It's annoying, but especially so when you've got like a bit of lag on the Discord and it's constantly interrupting their train of thought. It's very easy to just remind them with that. And then while they're saying, okay, I'm going to play... Oh yeah, I'll pay the 1. That makes it simple. Other than that, I don't know what to say. Maybe Mogul put down some shit like the don't touch this now train. No? Choo-choo? Yay! That'll get us banned from fucking... banned from Twitch pretty quick. Oh, if you don't like... Where's my other cool thing? Where's my cool thing? If you don't negotiate with terrorists with their rustic study, you can put down one of these saying, I never negotiate with terrorists, refuses to pay the additional cost figured by rustic study and soothing tide and blah-de-blah. And that's it, we're fucking playing the game. Oh, this is handy. For you boys who's now going to have mana crypts in your deck, you're going to need to know whether to take 3 damage a turn or not take 3 damage a turn. You can just drop that into Kirby and bish bash bosh. We're not taking damage from Mana Crypt. Did I say Mana Crypt or Rustic Study? I don't know. There's some more tools here. I think this is more for drafting and stuff. We don't need that. I think this auto orange seat not available. I think if someone's forgotten to pass their go and have walked off, you could just say, okay, it's red's turn. And that's fine. But generally you don't need those. Here's a potato. Enable potato mode. Potato mode engaged. Scry and Mill should work better with low FPS now. So I guess if the game's lagging horrendously for some reason, you can press that. You got some fucking plane chase. God knows what that shit is. Treachery. Who cares? You can put in single cards here. Don't know why you'd need that. Oh, and sometimes, let's see, what cards have I got here? A command tower, perfect. Yeah, this will be my last tip. So get ready to like, subscribe, ring the bell, put your finger up your bum, etc. Printings. I like my printings. 19 printings of Bleeding Command. I don't know why it's got this crappy back. That is quite worrying. People know how to swap backs, so I'm sure one of these tools around here would do it. Doesn't really matter if it's the back of your commander, of course. Right, get to the card I want. Where's the printing? Where's the printing? Where's the printing? Oh my god, this is foul. Okay, I was looking for a card that has no words on it, just a picture. Sometimes you download a deck and it's only got a picture because it's full art with no words. But if you hover over it, you can see there, add 1 mana of any colour to your commander's colour identity. So you can see what cards do without needing to have the full card, although I would suggest always using the full card art. And that's about it. God, this is a long video. Sorry about that. Bye.